Welcome to GameScape Chronicles. We're experimenting with exciting new content, and in today's video, we're diving into fascinating WoW facts while enjoying some epic SnowRunner gameplay. Stick around, hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to smash like to support the journey.
1. The Sahara Desert was once a lush paradise around 7,000 years ago. During the African humid period, the Sahara was covered in grasslands, rivers, and lakes. Evidence from ancient rock art shows giraffes, elephants, and even hippos roaming the area. This transformation into a desert was caused by a shift in Earth's orbit and changes in the monsoon pattern, making it one of the most dramatic climate changes in history. 2. Spiders can fly using electricity. Spiders, like the ballooning species, can use Earth's electric field to float long distances. By releasing silk strands, they create a force that interacts with the natural electrical charge in the atmosphere, lifting them into the air. Some spiders have been recorded traveling hundreds of miles using this method. An incredible natural adaptation. 3. A day on Saturn is only 10.7 hours. Saturn's rapid rotation creates a short day of just 10 hours, 42 minutes, and 24 seconds. This rapid spinning also flattens the planet at the poles, making it appear oblate, squished. Saturn's fast rotation is one of the reasons its famous rings are so stable, as the planet's gravity and motion balance the particles. 4. The heart of a shrimp is in its head. A shrimp's heart is located in its thorax, just behind its head, and is protected by a thick exoskeleton. Shrimp anatomy is unique because many vital organs, including the heart and brain, are clustered in the same area. This design helps them remain compact and agile in aquatic environments. 5. The first computer bug was a real bug. In 1947, Grace Hopper and her team working on the Mark I computer at Harvard University discovered a moth stuck in a relay, causing a malfunction. They taped it into the logbook, humorously noting it as the first actual case of a bug being found. This gave rise to the term debugging in computer programming. 6. There's a lake underneath Antarctica. Lake Vostok, hidden beneath 4 kilometers of ice, has been isolated for about 15 million years. Scientists believe it could contain microbes or even multicellular life adapted to extreme conditions. Studying this lake may offer clues about life on icy moons like Europa or Enceladus. 7. Your body has more microbes than human cells. The human microbiome consists of trillions of bacteria, viruses, and fungi, outnumbering human cells 10 to 1. These microbes are essential for digestion, immunity, and even mental health. Without them, our bodies wouldn't function properly. It's like we're ecosystems walking around. 8. The moon is slowly drifting away from Earth. The moon moves about 3.8 centimeters away from Earth each year due to tidal forces. This causes Earth's rotation to slow slightly, lengthening our days by about 2 milliseconds every century. And billions of years in the future, this drift will stabilize and total solar eclipses will no longer be visible from Earth. 9. Elephants mourn their dead. Elephants exhibit complex emotions, including grief. They're known to gently touch and caress the bones of deceased members of their herd. Sometimes they'll even stand near a dead elephant for hours or days in what appears to be a vigil. This behavior showcases their intelligence and deep social bonds. 10. Venus is the hottest planet in the solar system. Venus' thick atmosphere of carbon dioxide creates an extreme greenhouse effect, trapping heat and making it the hottest planet despite being farther from the sun than Mercury. The average surface temperature on Venus is about 407 808 hot enough to melt lead. The dense clouds also reflect sunlight, making Venus the brightest planet in the night sky. 11. Jellyfish are 95% water. Jellyfish are among the simplest multicellular organisms with no brains, bones, or even hearts. Their bodies are primarily made up of water, which allows them to float effortlessly in the ocean. The remaining 5% consists of structural proteins, muscles, and their stinging cells. This unique composition makes them incredibly fragile and almost transparent. 12. Sloths can starve on a full stomach. A sloth's metabolism is so slow that it takes them days to digest food. If food ferments in their stomachs before they can process it, the gases can cause severe bloating and even death. This is why sloths have evolved to eat leaves that are less likely to ferment quickly, and they expend as little energy as possible to survive. 13. The Milky Way is consuming another galaxy. Our galaxy, the Milky Way, is merging with the smaller Sagittarius dwarf galaxy. This cosmic interaction has been ongoing for billions of years. As the Milky Way's massive gravitational pull absorbs the smaller galaxy, its stars become part of the Milky Way. This process is a reminder of how dynamic and ever-changing the universe is. 14. Humans share 60% of their DNA with bananas, while humans and bananas look vastly different. A surprising amount of genetic material is shared between the two. This similarity exists because both are living organisms with cells that require DNA instructions for growth, reproduction, and repair. The shared DNA includes basic instructions for cellular function, like building proteins, proving that life on Earth is deeply interconnected. 15. A baby octopus is the size of a flea when octopus eggs hatch. The tiny offspring, called paralarvae, are smaller than a grain of rice. Despite their size, they already possess the intelligence and skills needed to survive in the ocean. They drift in plankton-rich waters, feeding and growing rapidly until they're large enough to settle on the ocean floor. 16. The world's deepest postbox is underwater, located in Suzomi Bay, Japan. This postbox was installed as a tourist attraction in 1999. Sitting 10 meters, 33 feet below sea level, it is fully functional and visitors can send waterproof postcards from it. The postbox holds a Guinness World Record and is maintained by local divers who ensure the mail is collected and delivered. 17. Sharks don't have bones. Instead of bones, sharks have skeletons made of cartilage, the same material found in human noses and ears. This lightweight structure makes sharks more buoyant and agile in the water. It's also why their fossils are rare, as cartilage doesn't preserve as well as bone. Most shark fossils are teeth, which are made of a harder material. 18. Birds are dinosaurs. Modern birds are the descendants of theropod dinosaurs, a group that included the fearsome Tyrannosaurus rex and Velociraptor. Over millions of years, these theropods evolved feathers, lighter bones, and beaks. This evolutionary link was confirmed by fossil evidence showing feathered dinosaurs and similarities in bone structure. 19. The longest time between twins being born is 87 days. In an extraordinary medical case, one twin was born prematurely at 24 weeks. While the other remained in the womb for 87 more days before being delivered. Doctors kept the second twin inside to allow for further development, an approach that saved both babies' lives. This event highlights the incredible advancements in neonatal care. Watermelons were once bitter. The watermelons we enjoy today are the result of centuries of selective breeding. Ancient watermelons were smaller, rounder, and had a hard, bitter taste. Farmers selectively cultivated the sweetest and juiciest varieties, gradually transforming them into the delicious summer fruits we know today. 21. Giraffes only sleep about 30 minutes a day. Giraffes are among the lightest sleepers in the animal kingdom. They typically sleep in short bursts of a few minutes, totaling only 30 minutes a day. This behavior helps them stay alert to predators. When they do sleep, they often remain standing, though sometimes they'll curl their long necks under their bodies for a rare deep sleep session. 22. Sea otters hold hands while sleeping to avoid drifting apart in the water. Sea otters float together and hold hands, forming what's known as rafts. These groups can consist of up to 100 otters. They also use kelp to anchor themselves, ensuring they stay close to their favorite feeding grounds. This behavior is both practical and adorable. 23. A blue whale's tongue weighs as much as an elephant. The blue whale, the largest animal ever to live on Earth, has a tongue that weighs approximately 3,000 kilograms, 6,600 pounds, the size of an adult elephant. Its heart, meanwhile, is as large as a small car, and its veins are so wide a human could theoretically swim through them. 24. Saturn could float on water. Saturn's density is so low that if there were a bathtub big enough, it would float. The planet is made mostly of hydrogen and helium, which are incredibly light gases. This characteristic makes Saturn unique among planets in our solar system. 25. Bananas glow blue under UV light. When bananas ripen, chlorophyll in the peel breaks down into fluorescent compounds, Under UV light, this process makes ripe bananas glow blue. Scientists believe this might help animals that see in a UV spectrum, like certain birds or insects, to identify ripe fruit more easily. 26. You can hear rhubarb grow in the right conditions, such as warm, dark environments used for forced rhubarb. The plant grows so quickly that it makes creaking and popping sounds. This phenomenon occurs because the plant cells expand at an accelerated rate, pushing through the soil or growing medium. 27. The human nose can detect trillions of scents. Our sense of smell is far more sophisticated than previously thought. Recent studies estimate that the human nose can distinguish more than 8 trillion different smells, from freshly baked bread to the subtle aroma of rain. This is thanks to around 400 scent receptors in our olfactory system. 20. Butterflies remember being caterpillars despite undergoing a complete transformation during metamorphosis. Butterflies retain memories from their caterpillar stage. Studies have shown that caterpillars trained to associate certain stimuli with rewards still respond to those stimuli as adult butterflies, proving that their nervous system preserves these experiences. 29. A strawberry isn't a berry botanically. Strawberries don't meet the criteria for being a berry, as their seeds are on the outside. True berries, like bananas and blueberries, have seeds enclosed within their fleshy walls. Strawberries are classified as aggregate fruits because they develop from multiple ovaries of a single flower. 30. Lightning strikes the Earth 8 million times a day. Lightning is a constant on Earth, with about 100 bolts striking every second. This amounts to roughly 8 million strikes daily. Lightning forms when electrical charges build up in clouds and discharge to the ground or between clouds, producing a dramatic 31. Penguins propose with pebbles. Male penguins, particularly Adelie penguins, present a pebble to a potential mate as part of their courtship ritual. If the female accepts, they'll use the pebble to build a nest together. These nests protect their eggs from the harsh Antarctic terrain, making the pebble not just a token of love but a practical necessity. 32. Honey never spoils. Archaeologists have discovered pots of honey in ancient Egyptian tombs that are over 3,000 years old and still edible. Honey's long shelf life is due to its low moisture content, high acidity, and natural production of hydrogen peroxide, which makes it inhospitable to bacteria and microorganisms. 33. Octopuses have 3 hearts. Octopuses have 2 hearts that pump blood to their gills and one that pumps it to the rest of the body. Interestingly, when they swim, the heart supplying blood to the body stops beating, which is why they prefer crawling along the ocean floor to conserve energy. 34. Mount Everest is still growing. Mount Everest grows by about 4 millimeters, 0.16 inches every year due to the collision of the Indian and Eurasian tectonic plates. This ongoing geological process not only elevates Everest but also causes frequent earthquakes in the region. 35. Wombat poop is cube-shaped. Wombats, native to Australia, produce cube-shaped poop. This unusual trait helps the droppings stay in place and mark their territory without rolling away. Scientists believe the unique shape is due to the way their intestines contract during digestion. 36. The Moon has moonquakes. Just like Earth has earthquakes, the Moon experiences moonquakes caused by tidal forces from Earth's gravitational pull and the Moon's cooling interior. Unlike Earth's quakes, moonquakes can last up to 10 minutes because the Moon's crust is much drier and more rigid. 37. Sharks have been around longer than trees. Sharks have existed for over 400 million years, predating trees by about 50 million years. These ancient predators have survived multiple mass extinction events, evolving into some of the most efficient hunters in the ocean. 38. A day on Venus is longer than its year. Venus takes 243 Earth days to rotate once on its axis, but only 225 Earth days to orbit the Sun. This means a single day on Venus lasts longer than an entire year on the planet, making its rotation one of the slowest in the solar system. 39. Cows have best friends. Research has shown that cows form strong social bonds and even have best friends. When separated from their companions, cows can exhibit signs of stress and elevated heart rates. These bonds are an essential aspect of their well-being and herd dynamics. 40. The Amazon rainforest produces 20% of the world's oxygen, often called the lungs of the Earth. The Amazon rainforest is crucial for maintaining the planet's oxygen balance. Its vast array of trees and plants absorb carbon dioxide and release oxygen through photosynthesis, supporting life on Earth. However, deforestation threatens this vital resource, with far-reaching environmental impacts. 41. Elephants mourn their dead. Elephants display remarkable emotional intelligence and have been observed mourning the loss of herd members. They will often gather around a deceased elephant, touching and caressing its body with their trunks. Some even revisit the site of the death and gently touch the bones, showing a deep connection and reverence for their kin. 42. Space smells like burnt steak. Astronauts returning from spacewalks report that their suits smell like seared steak, welding fumes, or burnt metal. This unique aroma is caused by dying stars releasing hydrocarbons, which mimic the scent of barbecue when they react with oxygen in the spacecraft. 43. The largest living organism is a fungus, a massive underground fungus called Armillaria osti, also known as the humongous fungus, that spans over 2,400 acres. In Oregon's Blue Mountains, this fungus is believed to be at least 2,500 years old, and its network of mycelium makes it the largest organism on Earth by area. 44. Sea sponges are immortal in the right conditions. Sea sponges lack aging cells, meaning they can theoretically live indefinitely if not disturbed by environmental changes or predators. Some species, like the Monohophus tuni, are estimated to be over 11,000 years old, making them among the oldest living organisms. 45. Tomatoes were once feared as poisonous. In 18th century Europe, tomatoes earned the nickname poison apples because wealthy people often fell ill after eating them. The true culprit was not the tomatoes, but the lead-rich plates used at the time. The acidity of tomatoes caused the plates to leach lead, leading to poisoning. 46. Koalas have fingerprints. Koalas are one of the few non-primate animals that have fingerprints, and theirs are so similar to humans that they can confuse crime scene investigators. This unique feature helps them grasp eucalyptus branches, which make up their primary diet. 47. Rainbows can appear at night, known as moonbows. These rare nighttime rainbows occur when moonlight refracts through water droplets in the atmosphere. Moonbows are usually fainter than daytime rainbows due to the lower intensity of moonlight, and are most often seen near waterfalls or during light rain at night. 48. The Sahara Desert was once a lush forest. Around 7,000 years ago, the Sahara was a green landscape filled with lakes, rivers, and thriving vegetation. This period, known as the African Humid Period, ended due to shifts in Earth's orbit and axial tilt, turning the region into the arid desert we know today. 49. A cloud can weigh over 1 million pounds. Despite their fluffy appearance, clouds are incredibly heavy. The typical cumulus cloud can contain millions of gallons of water weighing over 1 million pounds. They remain afloat because the water droplets are spread out and supported by rising warm air currents. 50. Pigeons can recognize themselves in mirrors. Pigeons have passed the mirror test, a measure of self-awareness. They can recognize their reflection and even identify marks on their own bodies visible only in the mirror. This ability places pigeons among a select group of intelligent animals, including dolphins, elephants, and great apes.
Thanks for watching GameScape Chronicles. If you enjoyed today's mix of mind-blowing facts and SnowRunner adventures, give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more awesome content, and drop a comment to let me know your favorite fact. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring.